A demo for clone stamp practice. I'm gonna open the picture. I'm gonna right click, save image as. Make sure it goes on my desktop, or you go to your downloads, hit save. Then I'm gonna go to Photoshop and I'm gonna hit open. And I'm going to open my crosswalk image. Here's my picture. I need to make a new layer, or you will lose points. Very important you make a new layer. So the new layer icon is right here down next to the trash can. There's my new layer. Then I need to find clone stamp. It looks like a stamp right here. So I want regular clone stamp. You will not be able to do anything if you don't change this. So current and below are all layers, current and below. If you can't do anything, it's because you forgot this setting. I'm going to turn my hardness down. So I made a new layer. I made sure it was current and below. So clone stamp works by copying and pasting pixels. I'm gonna zoom in. So here is my clone stamp. And if I just click, it's gonna give me this error because I have to hold Option to define a source point. And that means I'm telling it which pixels to copy and where to put them. So I'm gonna hover over the middle of the line is the easiest. I'm gonna hold Option with my left hand and click once with my right hand and let go. So now you can see I have a preview of the pixels that I copied. So you see this white line, I wanna line it up perfectly right there. And then I'm going to click and drag. And as I do, you can see the crosshair. It is copying pixels and pasting them on the other side. So the little X or cross is copying over the person right now. So I am just copying those exact pixels because that is where they're coming from. So this is not what you want it to look like. I'm gonna go back. So I hold Option with my left, click once with my right, let go, and then I'm gonna line it up, and I'm gonna start, oop, that was a bad lineup. I'm going to line up the white line in the preview and start painting. And I'm keeping it perfectly in line, and that's why it's coming out so nice, because I have it lined up. Now I'm gonna go over here and pick a new source point, Option click, and I actually need this right here. So my goal is to remove all of the people and make sure that it doesn't copy itself. So I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna at the very edge. So I'm picking in the middle of the line. Option click, let go of both. I'm gonna line up the line and then start painting. And I'm going straight down to make sure my crosshairs, so it's copying the edge, which is not great, but I'm clicking and holding and dragging and trying to get rid of this whole person, but I accidentally copied a place I don't want to. So I'm gonna come over here and Option click. I'm making sure I pick the pixels that are the same color I need them to be. And this is not lined up very well. Oops, started copying her, so I undo, Option click. And if you stay perfectly horizontally lined up with your source point, it makes this much easier. And I'm gonna hold Option, click once, let go of both. I'm gonna line it up. And you'll see my crosshair and my painting are right across from each other so that the pixel colors line up. Oops, started to copy her over again. I'm gonna have to get rid of these spots. No. So I maybe need to make my brush a little smaller. And I'm trying to find a spot Ooh, I need to make sure I'm on layer 1. That the colors match. So if this doesn't match, so I need to find a color that does. And a lot of students try and like, they go like this and try and paint the line, and that doesn't work out. You want to make sure you copy the line so you can paint over it. Okay, and then so I need to get rid of all of the people. I got one more. Gonna option click. I'm gonna start painting over her. And if you keep it perfectly lined up, it's much easier to do this. I'm gonna start copying over here. So I'm gonna go over here, option click. I'm going to start painting. I'm gonna pick a new source point. And then, so this is what you don't want to do. Looks bad. So I need to make sure I'm picking the line and copying over the spots. And I would want to get rid of the shadow. And then a dead giveaway of clone stamp is when you have like repeated little dots. So I'm going to switch to this real fast. Make sure sample all layers is checked. Oop, it's this one. And I'm just gonna get rid of some of these little dots that when you copy them is a dead giveaway of clone stamp. You don't wanna have these like repeated lines. And now all of my people are gone. I would get rid of these shadows too, but for demo purposes, I will just leave it. So I'm going to File, Save As, in case you need to go back and fix it, and then I will take a screenshot, Command-Shift-4, making sure I have my layers, and then I will turn both of these in to Google Classroom. Happy editing!